No show does drama better than Yellowstone. From sibling jealousy to money issues, this show gets it right. But there is another reason why some moments in the show just hit the spot. Director Sheridan has recently revealed that many of these scenes were improvised by the actors themselves. Let's unpack this. What is Yellowstone? In case you've been living under a rock or maybe a cozy cabin in the Montana wilderness, Yellowstone is a TV series that follows the Dutton family, led by the legendary Kevin Costner, who plays the role of John Dutton. The Duttons navigate the challenges of running a ranch in the rugged Montana landscape. The show is all about family, power struggles, and survival, and some controversies. But the show is so famous because it gives a peek into the modern-day ranch life experience, and there is a reason for that. A lot of these moments are improvised. The improvised scenes are usually totally unscripted and come naturally to the actors, but they're a big deal because they add a touch of reality to the show. Imagine your favorite characters just going with the flow, saying things off the cuff, and reacting naturally to each other. The chemistry would be insane. That's exactly what these unscripted moments add to Yellowstone. Improvised Yellowstone scenes. The show's director, Taylor Sheridan, encourages actors to unleash their creativity on set. He knows that when the actors have the freedom to improvise, it makes the scenes more genuine and relatable. That's a win-win. He shared recently, improvising a scene with such legendary actors is a brave thing to do, and we believe in giving the actors creative freedom since they know their characters best. With that, let's look at some Yellowstone moments that were improvised. Teeter's card shuffling scene. This one sure knows how to bite, but not with Teet. Now, you probably think Teeter's all tough and no nonsense on the show, but there is more to the wild and sassy cowgirl. She's got a whole bag of improv tricks up her sleeve, and it's pure gold. Imagine this. Teeter, surrounded by the rough and rugged cowboys of the Dutton Ranch, standing tall with her fearless attitude. But here's where the wild ride begins. She's not just a sharpshooter, she's a sharp talker too. In the scene, the ranch hands were giving Carter a hard time for his impressive card shuffling skills. Colby Mayfield, who plays the role of Denham, started throwing shade. "Look at this effing guy, he's done this before." Of course, Carter fired back, "It's my first time." But that isn't all. Teeter, being the sass queen she is, jumped right into the mix with her own unscripted line. She went off saying, "Now I ain't gonna kid with some mother effing card shuffling little elf." Later, Finn, who plays Carter, spilled the beans to Paramount Network and praised Jen's improv skills. He said that she was great at improvising. Every single take she was doing, she had a different thing to say to him. Talk about a fun co-actor. Kevin Costner's Cowboy coolness. Let's talk about the legend himself, Kevin Costner. This one has been riding high in Yellowstone with his epic performances, and while he has now decided to walk out of the show, his legacy lives on. At least his iconic handshake with David Cleveland does. In this scene, Kevin, who plays the role of John Dutton, meets Jason, who happens to be Beth Dutton's trusty assistant. Now here's where the magic happens. That handshake? Yep, you guessed it, it wasn't part of the script. David decided to wrangle up a little surprise for Kevin, and like a true cowboy, Kevin went with the flow. And the result was an emotional encounter that made it into the final cut, and now lives rent-free in our heads. But here's the kicker. Even for Kevin Costner, one of the most emotional moments in the show's run was a surprise. Actor David Cleveland Brown spilled the beans in an interview, sharing that the unforgettable handshake moment was totally unplanned. One scene I had with Costner, I reach out my hand to shake his, which wasn't in the script. Brown said of the improvised moment, "I thought it would be fun since I know his next line was basically rejecting me. My little addition made it in," Brown explained. "We feel you, Jason." The Bunkhouse banter. Get ready to laugh out of your boots because we are going to the Bunkhouse. Yellowstone might be known for its serious tone, but the Bunkhouse boys have become the much-needed commercial break between all the gunfire and death. It's their chance to kick back, play some poker, or even try to lasso each other in the bunkhouse. Talk about a rootin' tootin' good time. But at the heart of this rodeo are Colby and Jimmy. This duo knows how to make an audience laugh, even with improv. Director Taylor Sheridan gives them the reins to let loose, and oh boy, do they ride like the wind with their witty lines and jokes. They think some of these gems won't make it to the final cut, but guess what? Many of them do, and we cannot complain. Sheridan knows how to create the perfect recipe for laughter. He writes dialogue that fits the scene's environment, but doesn't lock our cowboys into strict scripts. Nope, he gives them the freedom to go off the cuff and lets the cameras roll. And that's when the magic happens. The longer they're on set, the more delusional they get, and the wilder the improv becomes. The best part is that a lot of it actually gets picked up for the final edit. Take the scene from early in Yellowstone where Jimmy throws a playful jab at Colby, talking about his mother being a cougar and a wildcat. That hilarious moment was completely ad-libbed. However, fans loved it so much that it even sparked more mother jokes between the two ranch hands in future episodes. Whoever said cowboys couldn't be funny? Denham Richard admits that he's not sure if Sheridan originally planned for the bunkhouse scenes to be the comic relief, but he's rolled with it and given the actors the freedom to lighten the mood. One of the best moments in Yellowstone history is the biker brawl with our very own Rip Wheeler, played by the amazing Cole Hauser. Now, the script had Rip speeding to the scene to join the action, but Cole had bigger plans to make it epic. He wanted those biker reactions to be the real deal, so he rode up to Taylor Sheridan and asked, "Hey, can we wreck some fake Harleys?" And you know what? Taylor said, "Go for it, cowboy." The Southern hunk then revved up and crashed right into that line of fake Harleys. The other actors had no clue, so their stunned faces were 100% real. Kudos to the brave stunt double leading the pack who nailed the scene with genuine shock and anger. Talk about adding some sizzle to the show. Jimmy's goodbye. Jimmy knew when to leave, but not before throwing in some fun banter with his bunkhouse boys. So obviously, when he was saying goodbye to his bunkhouse crew at the end of season 4, he couldn't resist going out with a bang. As he was about to hit the trail, Jimmy turned around for a final burn and teased, "Actually, I'm going to see you at Thanksgiving at your mom's house." But this is the fun part. It wasn't even in the script. Jefferson White, who plays the role of Jimmy, revealed that he came up with that clever one-liner during rehearsal. Talk about quick wit and improvisation skills. Knowing what a power-packed parting punch it was, Sheridan kept it. But as our cowboy rode off into the sunset, we couldn't help but feel a touch of sadness. His departure left a mighty big hole in the ranch bunkhouse, and we still miss his wild antics and sassy humor. There's still hope. If you remember, John Dutton, head of the ranch and the Dutton family, assured Jimmy that he's always welcome back on the ranch. So who knows? And it helps that Jefferson has also confirmed that he would be in season 5. So far, there has been little to no trace of him in the show, and with the show ending in just half a season, the odds are looking less likely for a big return. But there's hope. There you have it, folks, a roundup of Yellowstone's shocking moments that were improvised. These unscripted scenes add a dash of humor, reality, and spontaneity to the show, making it the loved show it is. That's what makes it so relatable even as a ranch drama. Let us know in the comments which Yellowstone scene shocked you the most, and make sure to subscribe for more.